Good morning, YouTube. So today I am going to try to charge the GoPower Plus with the All Powers 28 watt panel. Now I looked, and All Powers is still a company. They're still making products. However, I did not see the 28 watt panel. The smallest one in these type of foldable panels that they have is a 60 watt that they have. So and that's pretty much where I've seen these types of panels go. So anyway, for transparency, it is 5:55 in the morning, and so All Powers, by the way, is another brand that I will stand behind. Rock Pals, they make incredible panels, but this panel here is nothing to sneeze at for a little bitty 28 watter. So anyway, let me get it unfolded here. That's all there is to it. It's not a huge panel. And then put my phone down. This here came with it, which is kind of standard with these panels. You'll usually get a strip of different type of connectors. So then I am looking for this piece, which actually is what you plug the connectors into. However, we don't need the connectors because, and see, even with pretty much nothing for light, you know, it's definitely not bright out there. So even with pretty much nothing for light, we're still getting a little bit kicked out of there. Okay, just a little bit, nothing to speak of. And then on the GoPower Plus, I just wanted to show you that it is indeed empty. So, gonna plug in there to our input, and over here we're gonna plug in to our output. Okay, and I don't think we've got enough to even register yet, so we're not even registering. So, but the good thing is pretty good chance where this GoPower Plus is sitting, I'll be able to actually monitor that screen out of my security camera. So anyway, we will come out here in probably a couple hours or so and see how it's going. I might come out a little sooner and see if it started to charge the unit yet. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it. Talk to you soon. Alrighty folks, I just wanted to show you that it's 6:28 by my phone here, AM obviously, and we are charging. So it has started charging, and no bars show, which is no surprise. It's gonna take a little while for it to register anything. So, but anyway, we are charging now, as you can see, and we'll just let this go. Like I say, I will take video periodically, but I'm going to do my best to keep it in as much sunlight as possible. Now understand, I live in town. There's trees, there's houses, so it's not going to be direct sunlight no matter what I do, but I'll be able to track it a lot better than what I did yesterday. I'm going to actually make a good full-on attempt to track it. But this is realistic conditions, and that's what I want people to understand, because guess what? This is really where I live. So I would assume that would make it realistic conditions. So anyway, we will talk to you soon. Okay, it's 7:40, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, let me set my phone down here, is the sun is really reaching right here, as you can tell. And I've got a pretty good line for a little while that I can catch light there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the panel from over here, and I'm going to take it over there. So that's what I'm going to do. Like I say, it's 7:40, and as you can tell, we're not getting direct sunlight on top of the shed. So I'm going to do everything I can. Now mind you, If this was any type of a long-term grid down situation, I wouldn't be doing this because I would be exposing that panel to the general public, and I really don't want to do that in a long-term grid down situation because I'll probably lose it pretty quick. So I'm going to get it out over there, and we will talk to you soon. All right, what I actually did was just prop it up against this tree here, and so that's what I did. And let me get in some shade here so you can see 744, if you can see that. So 744, and I'll show you real quick here. If I pull this, hit that, we're not showing any bars as of yet for charge. So we'll keep at it. All right, it is 9:32. I know you can't see it real super well, but and this is just falling into the shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab it here. I already got myself a table set up. I'm telling you, I'm doing everything I can to keep this in the sun. And I'm trying to keep it in the security cameras because that way I can monitor, you know, when it's getting sunlight. So I'm actually going to place that up under there a little bit like that. And should be good to go. So got an ant. So anyway, let's check it real quick while we're here, huh? So let's take a peek here and see what we got. We're not even showing a bar yet. Were you expecting more? Don't worry, because I'm going to actually be making a video on what I'm going to call tactical deployment of solar power to charge your devices. So I'm going to be covering that, and I just want to make sure everybody knows that you can't put too much into these things, okay? You're obviously thinking by now that maybe this panel might be a little small for it. Well, you can actually put too big of panels, and it's pretty easy to do. I wouldn't go over 100 watts on this unit. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. The manual does not even list a maximum input wattage, which is really strange. It's supposed to. It should have. So my generic Rockpals 300 watt unit, that's got a 100 watt maximum input. So, you know, if that's got a 100 watt maximum input, this one I'm sure doesn't have over that. So I wouldn't put over 100 in it. Right now we're doing 28. Yesterday we did 60. And then the next video I'll be calling it a tactical deployment of solar. And we gotta wait for the right conditions for that. But let's keep on charging and see how much we can build this up in an entire day's time. I think you're going to be shocked. This is why I say, if you at all can, avoid those tiny panels. Okay, this is over twice one of the 13 watt panels. And these are good panels. I don't want anybody to think that this is a failure of the panel. I'm telling you, these are good panels. This is absolutely not a failure of the panel. That is just what it's intended to do, okay? This panel is intended to, you know, in a relatively reasonable amount of time, it's designed to charge a phone or a tablet. You see what I'm saying? It's not really meant to do much more than that. And that's a 28 watts, folks. That's a 28 watts. So anyway, we will talk to you when we have more to update. Hopefully the sun starts hitting this panel a little better. So I'll be keeping an eye on it, scooting things around as I need to, and talk to you soon. Alrighty, I've moved this a couple of times. I'm actually going to move it again. I'm going to just drag it up over here. So the clouds have started moving in a little bit. Not a lot. I would say still considered partly cloudy. But anyway, moving this again. Going to flatten this out. And I'm going to take a peek. And, oh, you probably want to know what time it is, huh? Looks to be 11:33. If I can get that on the camera. Ah, it went out. So it looks to be 11:33, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we've made it anywhere yet. Huh? I'll be damned. The dead battery light's still blinking. 28 watts. It's working. Trust me, it's working. It just takes that long. 28 watts. Okay. This is what this is what I'm trying to show you guys. All right. I'm just trying to be realistic. That's all. Alrighty, it's 2:26 by the looks of my watch, and we are going to see how things are going. So I have had to move this a couple of times just to keep it in the sun as best as possible. We should be good now for a while, so I'm actually going to drag it back a little bit here, and it's in the sun. So let's go ahead and check where we are at here, if we can see it. Let me make sure I got this down here. I do. Okay. Let me pull this. Let me hit the button. And we are showing, if you can see it there, we are showing 1. So I am showing 1 bar. So let me plug it back in. And it's back charging. Let me go ahead and pull that panel up over a little bit like that. And we'll just let it keep charging. All right, so it's like 5:30, and I had to move the panels again because they were out of the sun. So I moved them again. I'm standing in the sun, and I kind of angled them up. So as you see, I really have to chase the sun here, but I am still in the sun, and I'm going to keep them in the sun, and we're going to see how it goes. Let's see how we're doing down here. Let me try to kind of shade that so you can see the screen. So we're still showing 1 bar, but I suspect that we're probably getting pretty close to showing 2 bars. And I think that's what we're going to get out of it. I had maybe about an hour earlier that was kind of cloudy, and that it was kind of not very, very good conditions. So I lost about an hour, but that's really about it. We've kept up with the sun pretty well today. Yeah, I think you could maybe get another bar out of it. We'll see what we do. But I think total, I don't know that this 28 watt panel quite could charge us from completely dead back up to full. I don't think that it could do it. We're going to go ahead though and let it keep charging, and we'll check back later, including blue. Alrighty, it is just after 6 o'clock, so I'm pretty well done getting direct sunlight. Now I could set it up and it could get in direct sunlight for another hour or so, but I think it'd be kind of fruitless. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. I have a feeling we're still going to be at 1 bar, but we'll see. Yep, still at 1 bar. I'm sure we're pretty close to 2. I'll bet you that we're pretty close to half full. I'll give it credit for that. So that's the best I can do here where I live. I had to chase the sun around constantly. There are so many variables here, okay? This panel does not set completely flat. That makes a difference, okay? Had I put this folding solar panel on something flat, like a flat board where it could lay completely flat, and I could angle it directly into the sun, that would have been a massive increase of output, okay? But I'm trying to be realistic here, is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be realistic here. Your flat panels, they will do a little better than these little foldable ones, and the reason why is because they're all one angle. You see what I'm saying? That's eight small panels there, so that means that's 8 angles that those panels are at facing the sun. So if you had one 28 watt panel versus those 8 panels to make a 28 watt panel, you're going to actually have better performance out of that 128 watt panel because you'll be able to direct it better at the sun. So hopefully I'm explaining this stuff in ways that folks understand it. This is an area that I dove into when solar, pretty much when it became a thing, and I was young. I was very, very young. Electronics, electrical was always a passion. And so when solar became a thing, I was all in. I was researching it and all that, and I've kept up on it pretty well over the years. But they're getting there. They're advancing. Sure, a lot better than what they used to be. That's for sure. But anyway, that's what we've got out of this. Now tomorrow, you're gonna find an interesting video. Well, I'm going to be making one tomorrow. That's if of course, if the weather and conditions and everything cooperates, then be one heck of a video. So sorry for all the background noise. A bunch of work being done in the neighborhood because of storms that went through, about a month ago or something. So, and there's still a little bit of work here and there being done with that stuff. So sorry for all the background noise. Anyway, I will see you soon with the next video in this series, which will be how you can tactically deploy, and I know that makes it sound cliche and stupid, but that's technically what it is, how you can tactically deploy solar panels to be able to do what you need to get done, okay, be able to keep them hidden at the same time, and have a consistent energy production. Okay, so that is going to be the next video. I cannot wait to do that one. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.